right now.
Yeah, don't talk anything, shall we?
Davido's album is coming in April, and then in May we've got the one and only Uncle K in the building. Break time is over for Kizz Daniel.
Yeah.
After passing away of his wife's mother. He took a break. He said Uncle K is going to be postponed. It's been postponed, went off social media, deleted everything, just like Whiskey did right now. But he's back with a new picture, American tour, and of course, a new date for Uncle K. Break time over for Kizz Daniel. Are we going to get another Gbedu from Kizz before the album drops?
Before I even attack this, you know what came to my mind, right?
Yeah.
I'm listening to Song of the Season.
Yeah.
But because Ramadan just finished, right?
Yeah.
You know the song I'm talking about?
Yes, yes.
And I'm thinking, what this guy is doing promoting this song is exactly what Kizz Daniel was chasing with his song Marhaba. Do you know? Are, are, Marhaba. What Taliban was able to achieve with this song, which is not a new song, by the way.
Yeah.
Is what Kizz Daniel tried to achieve with Marhaba. Right? And for whatever reason, maybe he did or he didn't. I don't know. And I just saw it, and then the guy goes on to drop a remix, and there's no Kizz Daniel, which looks like a big fumble. That was a big fumble on his end, right? Because that would have been a perfect match. Again, maybe because
match made in
heaven, right?
In heaven.
So maybe because Kizz wasn't available. I think it's because Kizz wasn't available. Yeah. So
now, in fact, before we even go, it's something just popped out in my head right now.
Yeah.
You know that song, Tolibian song. You know the start. You know, twe.
Oh, I see where you're going. I see where you went.
You get me?
Yeah.
You know, that's exactly the way the Tolibian this thing started.
I get it.
Exactly.
I get it.
You get me right. Exactly.
I get it.
Like, you're more correct than me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly like twe.
Wow.
When I listen to that Ramadan song, the first that comes to my head is this.
They mixed it with that Eastern guys song.
Exactly. You get me. Anyways, Living Tolibian. Yes. Living Tolibian, Kizz Daniel, Uncle K.
Yeah.
Kizz Daniel has been one guy that has been accused of a monotonous sound for the past couple of years right now. People just say, you know what, this guy just has a local sound, no international appeal, nothing. He has a monotonous sound. Is this something you agree with? Let's start with that.
No, I don't agree, because artists have their signature, right?
Yeah.
And Kizz Daniel does have a signature.
Definitely.
And there's a way he sounds, which is fine. You can't expect him to sound a certain way, but he's giving us variety over the years. You've seen him branch out to songs going as far as Ethiopia sounding sounds. He's had, so how can somebody that sang Baby Shark and is someone that is singing Mahaba and he's singing other songs and you accuse him of being monotonous? That's variety right there. When it comes to the texture of his voice, or maybe his delivery, I think that's okay. You can't expect them. There will be a safe go-to delivery for most of these guys, and they will do it most of the time, which is fine anyway. Well, I don't think that holds for Kizz Daniel.
Anyways, Kizz Daniel said it's back. Break time is over. Uncle K album drops. Uncle K the album drops May 24th.
Okay.
And
is it the album or the tour?
No, the album itself.
Okay.
Album itself.
Incidentally, I think the tour starts in May. I think May 24th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It said May 24th, the album is going to drop. But my concern, Big Lala, and I think I'm allowed to have that concern, is Kizz Daniel has announced this thing. In the next 2 days, the page could be off again. And it's gone again. What is wrong with KD? With Vado?
These artists, something that always happen to them where we don't know. We don't always know.
It's because these things has happened over and over and over again. Kizz Daniel will come to you and tell you, I'm bad, guys, this and that. And before his wife's mom had that unfortunate on an incident which we're so sorry for.
Yeah.
He was just coming out from another break as well at that time, and then that got him, like it's kind of set him aback,
Mm.
and then he went again. But over the years, Kizz Daniel will come on social media and tell you he's back and everything, and in 2-3 days, max 1 week, he's off again.
Yeah, it
What
does
he
lack
posts, that one
consistency.
post that he
Mm.
comes to post, he deletes it off again, and you're wondering, bro, you've come to tell us you're back.
Mm.
Where are you again? Where? I can't count how many times on Gusto reactions we've discussed about Kizz Daniel disappearance and appearance, coming back and everything. It's been happening a whole lot of times and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Is this going to be another one, or is actually back for good?
To be honest, I can't even stick my neck out and say, oh, this guy. But we know things always happen with Kizz Daniel.
Especially Kizz Daniel.
Yeah,
Especially Kizz Daniel.
there's usually not a lot of consistency, but you have to give it to him, regardless of this inconsistency that he has. When it's time for him to drop hits and for it to hit, it will
He's
hit.
there. He's always there.
Now you can argue and say that maybe that's why he's not up to that level that the other guys are outside the shores of Nigeria. You could have a point if you say that. I would almost agree with you in that regard. But on the local front, whether he goes for a long time or he goes for a little while,
Short time, yeah.
Yeah, he's always on point, and you have to give him that credit. But unfortunately, when you want to make these efforts to go international or to start, exploring external opportunities, you have to show consistency. And the tour is good. Again, the level you expect of him, because at one point I think he also said, or he made a statement that, of course, it could be in the top 4, top 5. People would make that argument, right, for him. But there needs to be that consistency. There needs to be something intentional for a prolonged period of time. You see people like Bonner who will go on tour. Bonner spent the majority of 18 months on tour, going different places, right, and conquering different arenas. That went for a long time. That was a very long tour. I don't think we have any artists who have done as much,
yeah.
And everywhere he went to, he was conquering everywhere. So what Kizz is trying to do now is what maybe Wiz and Bonner had done maybe 4 years ago, right? And for someone of his talent and caliber, you'd expect that he could have surpassed, this stage in his career. And if people are saying it is due to inconsistency, I think I would almost agree with them and say yes. For him to get to this level that he thinks he is, he needs to be more consistent. Again, things happen, family or otherwise. Yes, it does happen, but it's not to say that because it happened or maybe he shouldn't chase. I mean, because those things have happened, he should not chase what he still chase. Of course, he will chase it. The results would differ. Those results will differ because you haven't put the level of effort required to get to that level. You haven't put all that into play. You haven't. I don't want to accuse him of being someone who doesn't work hard. Of course, these guys work hard. They put their socks off. Things happen, and maybe he has come to the realization that this is what I would be, and I'll just do my thing the way it is, or I'm satisfied, or he's satisfied with the level that he is right now, basically.
Yeah, his last project, TZA, that's Thanks a Lot. Got a couple of reviews from people, both bad and good and everything. But people have been saying Kizz Daniel has that moniker, Mr. No Bad Songs, basically. And while some people think you can't really say you don't have bad songs, well, some people also think no, you can actually say that. Now, for Uncle K, the album coming very soon, are we going to have an album that would consider a timeless project, or you think just maybe same of the same?
No, not be all of their projects could be timeless now. Kizz Daniel actually has on that No Bad Songs album. It's like he was making a statement, and it came out to some people as, "What do you mean you don't have no bad songs? This album is," and that played in a lot. Maybe it played negatively in people's minds, maybe not. But if you go back to that album, it's one of the best Kizz Daniel albums. There's so many sleeper songs on there that people did not warm up to just because he sounded braggadocious from the title of the album, which I don't think it should be a problem, right? I think I was even a bit critical of Kizz that time anyway. But that album is a very good album. Is it chasing a timeless piece with Uncle K? I don't think. I think it's just he hasn't dropped an album in a while, right? He needs to drop an album. I don't think he's chasing timeless. I think he's going to be chasing hits on Uncle K, and maybe a bit of storytelling, because it looks like it's inspired by true events or personal events for him to target Uncle K.
Okay, yeah,
maybe he's now become an uncle. His siblings have, he's now an uncle. He spends more time with his